Haney, surprised me. He was more physical at the point of attack. Those sweeping right hooks to the body he was landing. I think I mentioned it on my breakdown last week. I'm pretty sure I did, that Haney has to, psychologically deter Lomachenko from putting that heavy pressure. And, you got to put some fear in him. You got to have, you got to put some doubts in his head to keep coming forward. And them body shots, them sweeping right hooks to the body. If you notice in the fight, every time he threw them body shots, especially the sweeping right hand to the body, the sweeping right hook to the body, it stopped Lomachenko in his tracks. That was to me, the punch. I thought it was the most effective punch next to his jab and that counter right uppercut and that counter right hand. But that sweeping right hook to the body got his attention. Okay. Yep. Put some fear into him. And Lomachenko just didn't walk in straight. I mean, with fast pressure like he usually does. Okay. Every time he got hit with those body shots, it kind of like made him think again. So I thought Haney, he was more physical at the point of attack. He stayed off the ropes consistently, and he consistently turned Lomachenko, to not make himself a stationary target where Lomachenko could get off with combinations and get into rhythm and shift the momentum to his side. And he pivoted. He took away Lomachenko's angles all night, like I talked about on last week, Joe. When Lomachenko tried to pivot, when he tries to pivot to his right, you pivot to your right. Okay, and Haney did that beautifully all night.
He did.
That motherfucker must have listened to my game plan. He executed it perfection. And the body shots too. Yeah, because I never seen Haney do that stuff before, man. Slow a guy down with, good body shots, and he never had to fight a guy with Lomachenko that gave angles. So I never, he made those adjustments beautifully yesterday and everything.
So were you surprised that Devin Haney, rather than trying to hold court, forcing Lomachenko to penetrate his defense or his offensive attack, trying to close the distance that way, were you a bit surprised that he went after Lomachenko and decided to be more assertive? I thought, it shortened the time that usually Lomachenko, it takes him time to be able to penetrate that perimeter. And he was able to do it with the help of Devin Haney, because Devin Haney, he changed his strategy and went right after Lomachenko. Was that a good idea or a bad idea in your mind?
Well, to me, he wanted to. To me, it was a good idea in his mind. He wanted to let Lomachenko, I ain't gonna run from you all night. Okay. I'm gonna be the the predator. Okay. You're gonna be my victim. Okay. I'm going out to establish my dominance over you. Okay. And that's why right off the bat, he went right after Lomachenko to let him know who was boss. It was, to make like I said, a lot of statements you make in that ring is psychological, Joe. Okay. Mm-hmm. And that, you know what I mean? when you make the right psychological statements in that ring, you know what I mean? It shifts everything into your favor. But anyway, I was kind of surprised, but he had a great game plan to execute what he needed to do to win the fight and to slow Lomachenko down and everything. Okay, but it was although he was prepared. Yeah, he was prepared.